So, hello, my name's AKERRA. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Gypsy Rose, Life After Locup, Season 2, Episode 5. And this episode is hilarious. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Make sure to like this video and leave a comment if you don't care. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so the way that Lifetime writes it out, it says, as Gypsy and Ken wait for the results of the paternity test, the internet weighs in on the debate of who the father of Gypsy's child is, Ken or Ryan. To get a break from the scrutiny of social media, Gypsy plans a baby moon in the hopes that she and Ken can inject a little passion back into their relationship, as what she feels has been growing stale. What do you talk about has been growing stale? You guys only been together for 6 months, 7 months. It shouldn't be stale. We later find out that Gypsy and Ken had been going at it those first 3 days that they met back up for 12 times in 3 days. I mean, I guess Ken's quite the quickie, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think myself if I can remember 12 in 3 days. I don't know if I can say the same. No, I don't think 12 times. Maybe in a 3-day period, maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 times in a 3-day period. No, 12 times. Now, I've had marathon running, where you go for, gosh, hours and hours and hours and hours, but I don't know. I guess Ken's quite the quickie. So in this episode, it starts out with Gypsy getting her blood work drawn for the paternity test to find out whether it's Ken or Ryan's. She looks like she's about ready to fall over or pass out or something. And if to look at her, you'd be like, hell, take her to the hospital. Maybe she needs something. Maybe her sugar dropped or something like that. But then it hit me that in last episode, when she went and got like her nose done and stuff, people were commenting that for her to have experienced all the trauma that she had, in her past, that it doesn't seem like she's really having that much trauma in last season, like getting her nose job. So I wonder if Lifetime used this as an opportunity to be able to, either connect her past trauma with present day, or B, she really was, feeling like she was getting ready to pass out. Or C, it's all on Gypsy, trying to manipulate the public and trying to give us a reason, or try to give a reason for us to feel bad for her because of her past, if that makes any sense. If I had to take a guess, I would say that it was... But she was pregnant, so that's the different factor. I mean, her sugar could have dropped, but I don't know. There's a little part of me that wonders if Lifetime didn't use it as a way to, to be able to connect the two, tell her to try to play it up a little bit. So then it cuts to Ken going over to Chrissy's house, which is Gypsy's stepmom, and Ken being there, honey, he looks like he's lost. It looks like he doesn't spend hardly any time there. He looks like he's about ready to leave. He looks like he's about ready to head out the door. He doesn't want to be there. He looks a little uncomfortable. But they had like this stroller, and they couldn't, Gypsy and Christy couldn't get the thing to close. And of course, Ken to the rescue. Ken comes and saves the day. Oh gosh. There they got, okay, so then it cuts to Gypsy calling Ken, and there he is playing with that TV again. How much you want to bet Ken is just like Drew Jenkins with that PS5? We should start calling Ken, what do they call it? Drew Jenkins. Let me look it up.
Day 5 of creating the resilient Jenkins in The Sims 4. Now that we were evicted, we moved into a motel so that Drew doesn't leave us forever like his last baby mama.
9 to 5 PS5. I guess they were getting ready to plan their baby moon, and Gypsy says that she paid $1,000 for the weekend, which I don't think that's bad, but I guess there was like rain coming, like that hurricane that we saw like a couple episodes ago. But she made it very clear that no matter what happens, her and Ken will be going on this baby moon to reunite the passion, and Ken, when he goes over there, he says to her that if Christy needs to come over, for safety reasons, that she's more than welcome to, and Gypsy's not having it. But before the baby moon, Bree Gypsy's best friend comes over and they go to like this lingerie shop. That's what Lifetime called it, lingerie shop. But it was really a toy shop, if you know what I mean, adult toy shop. And she's going around, honey, if you don't remember, I made videos on TikTok about this over the summer. There was this one girl that Gypsy was either hanging out with or was in jail with. I'm not sure. I think it was hanging out with, because the girl had information. I think Gypsy had been talking to her about their adult life, in the bedroom or what have you. And Gypsy's like wearing collars, doing it in the Jeep on train tracks, all sorts of stuff. So when Gypsy talks about Ken not wanting her to talk about their, adult life, I think that's what he's referring to. And even Gypsy said into the show, which we don't know if that girl, was telling us the truth. We don't know that for a fact, but I believed her, and she was on Sir Morbid Live too. I can't remember her name, but I guess her and Gypsy had been hanging out or something. I don't know. Friends, was in jail, or maybe they had been in jail together, and then they were talking outside since Gypsy was released. But yeah, those are like some crazy stories, which I've got similar stories too, but it's just kind of funny just hearing about it, and then to see how private Ken is, and then here Gypsy's just dying to tell everybody. I don't blame her. But what I thought was funny, the reason why I'm telling you about that girl and now, is because of the collars. But the girl had told us was that that Gypsy was wearing a collar, and they were in Ken's Jeep, and they were out on the train tracks, and wearing kitty ears. But the Lifetime kind of zoomed in over top of the collar. It just cracks me up. But then Lifetime did Gypsy dirty and went beside the plugs. And if you don't know about the whole fiasco with Ken, oh, you just need to go back like a year's worth of drama of Gypsy and Ken. I don't even know if I can explain it all to you. I don't even know if I can explain it all to you guys. I guess it's been about a year ago, with Ken being gay, which there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm bisexual myself. But what was funny is all these men were coming out of the woodworks, trying to claim that they had been with Ken, or that Ken had been messaging them and that sort of thing. And there was this one specific guy, Cowboy Bear For You, had even went on Sir Morbid Live. Been following Gypsy, maybe you've heard about him. He was never able to produce like solid evidence. But I just find it hilarious with all this stuff surrounding Ken possibly being gay, and they're going on this baby moon because the relationship has gotten stale. Her words, not mine. It begs to wonder. Hanny's inviting Christy to the baby moon in case, she's needing safety. So obviously he's not worried about having any privacy. And then it hovers over Gypsy wanting to get plugs or bottom plugs. I don't know what I can say on YouTube and what I can't. But it is just so funny to me. Like, this whole episode was them at an adult shop, and she's going around finally spent $260, honey. If he doesn't care what you're wearing, I mean, maybe it looks a little safe, but at the end of the day, honey, he don't care what you're wearing. He just wants you for you. But yeah, I just cannot believe all that. What else was it? And then them getting to so then they pull up to this resort, and I guess it had been Christy's, a place where Christy, Gypsy's stepmom, and her dad had went to, which I thought that was a little weird that, now well, maybe not. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to know that your dad had been at the same place having a romantic getaway, and now you're the daughter. I don't know, but I don't know if I would have picked the same place, but anyways, back to what I was getting ready to say. I wonder, knowing this side of her, like to get freaky, which I've been known to get down to in my day, doing like this kind of outside stuff, if that is why she chose the place that she did, because it was very secluded, so she can just get out there and let all of her fantasy, her and Ken's fantasies go rampant, to be able to, spicing up all this passion. But then I got to looking at when they were walking out on that plank or something. I was like, man, if they're out there, what if they were like out there and there's cameras that they can't see all the way down, because it's like a rental, and there's like somebody, whoever the owners is of this place, has like a Gypsy tape out there somewhere, get ready to sell it in 5 years. I don't know. It'd be uploaded on the internet if they did, be crazy. But, I don't know. just be able to spice it up. But whenever they got there, though, I thought it was funny when here Gypsy is. She has went all out of her way. She's probably feeling like he doesn't like her. For her to be able to say this stuff, and especially to the public, it makes you think that she has to be feeling that she's not enough, or that her and Ken are just growing apart, or that he doesn't find her as attractive as he once did. It has to be feeling something like that, you know? And for her to plan something like this. And then whenever they get there, it's like she's up on the side of the bed. She's like, you know, she's just ready to go. You know what I mean? She's just ready. Like, we are going to be having, like, and then what's even funnier about all this is it's a baby moon. It's supposed to be for the baby. Well, I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I've never had kids, but you would think it would have to be, you know, this is what you do. You know, they ain't even talk about nothing with no baby. All this is Gypsy's getaway to have some adult time is what Gypsy's wanting. And then they get to the place and she's over there on the bed just ready. Just please plow the heck out of me. Would you please plow the hell out of me? And I can't get up. She's like, I can't get up on the bed. And Ken like lifts her up, lays her down, plays with Aurora. Forget Gypsy. Plays, hi baby, you know, how's Aurora doing? And then just completely walks away from her. And Gypsy's just left there like, what else do I have to do? Bless her heart. But hopefully she was railed down enough. Well, I guess they're still together. So hopefully she got the railing that she was wanting. And hopefully there's no adult tape out there wandering around that'll be reproduced up on the hub in 5 years. Who knows? I don't know. But I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. What did you find funny? Or maybe there was some stuff that I'd missed. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys so very much. And if you would, consider liking this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And leave your favorite emoji in the chat. And I will see you guys later. Oh, you want to say hi, Zuri? This is just my excuse to be able to show my dogs on camera. Come here. Zuri. I've got 2 chihuahuas. I showed Zuri last time. This is my Loki this time. He's old. He's an old baby. He's probably, gosh, Monty, 10, 12 years old. Can you see him? Say hi. Yes, my baby. Yes, you are. That's my Wooby. And this is my Zuri. They're both full-bred Chihuahuas. I got them both for free. Oh, let me fix my camera. Real quick, I'll tell you about them. I got them both for free. They're actually, they can run up to about $1,000 each. But they're both rejects like myself. Loki was the runt in his litter, and he was just obnoxious, just like myself. So they didn't sell him. I got him for free. See? Obnoxious. And then Zuri. Come here, Mama. And then Zuri, her and Gypsy both have one thing in common, and it's the big K. She would have babies. They told me that she would get rid of them, if you know what I mean. And so she wasn't able to like have babies or whatever, and they just gave me to her for free. And she's precious. I love you. If you've missed any of my past videos, they're all in this playlist, and I'll have the playlist link below. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later.